Yo, what's going on, guys? And today, yes, we are here talking about some NBA basketball. It's August 15th, 19:30 at the morning. And we found out who's going to open the season. And we also have Jackson here early. Jackson, how are you doing today on this fine morning?
So,
What's up?
so
Sup. I don't know why I felt like you said something else.
hey, go
But
fuck yourself. What's up?
I can't believe that You know, this is last week, by the way. We'll be doing the show at 9:30 starting next Monday. I'm just going to be saying this throughout the beginning and the end of every show this week. We'll be going live at, I believe, 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So put that in your notes. We'll be an after school special. And we're not talking the pizza guy delivery with a cock in the pizza, but I feel like that if you were the porn actor who had to shove his cock through a pizza box, imagine how gross your dick felt.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
What happens if the pizza was still hot? They waited for it to cool down.
yeah. I
Cool
think
down.
you'd have. I think. Yeah, I don't
That'd be
think
it.
people are that dumb.
Yeah, it'd be an OSHA
Actually,
violation.
I don't know though. People are pretty dumb.
You did like the OSHA? I don't know if
I
OSHA
don't
regulates
get the
porn.
joke. Yeah.
OSHA's like the you've never heard people when you've worked at a place that they'd be like, this is an OSHA violation. And you feel like, shut the fuck up.
I've only in the food business. I only worked concessions.
Okay, so you've never actually been a grunt.
No chef.
Oh no, it's just just everywhere I've worked, I've just done a lot of manual labor, just shit jobs. Like right now, I work at the school store. That's just by choice because it's like I make $150 a week, not a week, every 2 weeks that I get to blow mindlessly, and I only work 2 hour shifts. That's all I ask is 2 hour shifts every other day, and I make YouTube videos while I'm there, and I get free coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get a store discount, free cap and gown, 50% off any diploma covering.
Cat and gown.
I can't
Sold me.
wait. Yeah. I thought it was a good deal.
When do I start?
I work in the art and architecture store on campus. So fuck you. Joke's on you.
Whoa, cool. Nice.
I know you don't care. How was
Well,
your
that's pretty
weekend
cool.
before we get into the NBA news? We'll kill these first 5 minutes. By the way, be a friend and tell a friend if you like the show. What'd you do this
Keep
weekend?
telling my parents. No friend of mine has been in here except two. They're both beasts. But
Swaggy.
I had a good. No, I meant like in real life. Like my boy Anthony was in here. My boy John said, "Hey." Um, I had a good weekend. I lost like $200 on Saturday in a golf match. Both my buddy and I, we lost. We both lost $200 each, and it was just tough, dude. I
You guys
hate
got
losing at
hustled.
golf like that. I hate losing like in golf like that.
I lost in
But it was a
basketball
cool
yesterday.
course. Well, yeah, it's
We played
not as
5v5, and my team was really a two-man show. There was this kid Mac. He was doing a lot of the scoring, but I was like doing all the defense. Also, oh my god, people get so pissed with me, and then I just talk the stupidest shit ever. Like, so I jumped too high, and I kind of jumped over a guy trying to get a rebound because he grabbed the rebound and he went down. So I just like I was already in midair, and I was kind of if I didn't do what I did, I would have just landed on him. So I just put my hand and I leapfrogged him, and like I put my hand on his spine and just jumped over him because I didn't want to land on his back. And so I was like, I jumped. He grabbed the rebound and he went down like this. So I was like, I'm about to straddle you. So like I put my hand down and like Heisman downwards and just leapfrogged over and just landed on my feet. And then they were like,
you
all
didn't like
like
that.
they were bitching me because I've before on two layups that they were going up, I fouled them, but they called and one, and it wasn't even close to and one. So I just like a little louder than under my breath. I was just like Hey, I played on the rules that like if you say and one, you negate and you don't make the layup, you negate the foul. Like if you call out, you can call out foul. That's fine, and you take your shot. But if you yell and one and you don't make the layup, your foul isn't getting called because you missed the layup. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
I've always played if you call and one, that's not anything, and it's just you saying just and one.
That's what they were saying, but I guess
Right.
just kind of say it. I said it under my breath. Well, that's what I realized. I'm just a competitive asshole. So then, someone asked me why I said that. And I was just like, oh, that's like how you play like street ball. And they were like, giving it like, there were just some white kids trying street ball. And then after I leapfrogged them, they're like, we ain't playing street ball out here. Just like kind of like, so I was just like, I don't give a fuck. I yelled back.
Big 10 or Big 12. Big 12 basketball, baby.
It's just at the rec.
Got these kids trying to make it to that next level. Tensions are high.
No, it's just that like you play and like me, it's usually like the other team has 2 or 3 good guys. I'll have me and 2 other guys or 1 other guy, and then the rest of the guys are shit. So really, it's like 2-on-3 or 3-on-3 in a game of 5v5.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to first off, Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't roll out playing for the Bulls in the future, and according to an excerpt from Fox 32 Chicago Sports, he said this in an interview. I think anyone asked the question who plays basketball, if he said no, he'd be a liar. It's a team that won multiple championships, a team with one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player to ever play this game. It's no-brainer. Everybody would love to play for Chicago. Down the line, you never know. You never know how life brings it. Maybe I play for Chicago, Antetokounmpo said. But right now, I'm committed to Milwaukee. I don't know why. I started normal, but then I was just like, I'm just going to really
it started pretty good.
And I really wanted to hone in because I was listening to Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's kind of how he speaks. Someone's going to be like, that's ignorant, but I have foreign-ass parents, so like broken English is what I was raised on. Do you think he ever plays for Chicago, or is he a Buck for life?
No way he's a Buck for life. I don't know if he'll come to Chicago, but yeah, I guess it's in the cards. I'm still thinking AD comes to Chicago in the next 2 years, and I think that'll be what gets the Bulls over the hump. But Giannis,
man from Simeon,
get them even more over the hump. So in that case, AD, Giannis, come home. I guess Giannis isn't coming home, but this is your new home. Come home. I don't really see it happening. But yeah, as he said, anything can happen.
All right. One little segment. We're going to talk about the Cavaliers, the Suns, and the Bucks today. But I wanted to do one little segment, and that is, where will the free agents that are still in the free agents market, we're not going to cover all of them, but where will they land? Where will they go? Where are they? Yeah. What is the possibilities? So let's talk about them. Thankfully, Real GM does a great job at showing this. And this will be a quick little one. I made a video the other day regarding this, and it kind of popped off. So
all right, we'll start off with Luka Samaric.
No. Those are D-League.
I think he goes nowhere.
We don't want. Shut the fuck up.
Chris Clemens, he's pretty solid actually.
Chris Clemens blew out his Achilles, bro. I don't even know what Chris Clemens is doing, but he averaged 23.8 last year. No, what I wanted to talk about, there's Miles Bridges, Colin Sexton. Shout out Jalen Howard, who went to Halabil, Daily Vegan, Tel Aviv. I love how EuroLeague teams have sponsors in their name. So Schroeder, Sexton, Bridges, LaMarcus Aldridge, Carmelo Anthony, Montrezl Harrell, and maybe Ben McLemore, Eric Bledsoe, DeMarcus Cousins. We'll talk. So Miles Bridges at this point, I believe, and you and I, we've talked about it because of the DV charge he has. And to reiterate, we don't really talk about it because we don't know the full details and we don't want to disrespect either party. But because of the alleged events that he's being charged for, and this is not being charged by his spouse, this is actually being charged by the state of California for 3 felonies. And I just see him taking the qualifying offer and going back to Charlotte once his legal situation becomes clear. And I think that's August 19th. Wasn't that you? We Googled it. Wasn't it August?
That's Saturday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then, no, it's Friday, you jackass.
The 20th Friday?
The 19th is Friday.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to find Miles Bridges' court date right now, and I feel like he had a July 20th court date. August 19th, the case will continue when a preliminary hearing is slated. So that's when we'll have more information is Friday. So, might be a big show.
Yeah.
Never mind. It'll be in the afternoon
because
too early because it'll be 7:30 in the morning.
Maybe we do an emergency meeting.
Yeah, no, definitely YouTube video to watch out for. Next up, Colin Sexton. I think he's in a similar shoe with Miles Bridges, but not because of charges, but that he's gonna have to take the qualifying offer, basically as a prove it deal, and come back into free agency next year unrestricted. That's his best offer, unless like the Wizards or the Trailblazers or the Lakers just come in and like be like, hey, you want like one of our young players like Taylor Horn Tucker or like Isaiah Todd or like, Greg Brown III. These were each prospects on each respected teams, the Lakers, Wizards, and Trailblazers, and maybe a pick. Sign and trade for Sexton. That's the only way I see him getting a multi-year deal at this point. I think he just takes the 1-year prove-it deal, shows that he's healthy, and can be, like a six-man. You agree with that? This is the one that I don't get. Dennis Schroeder.
Should go to LA.
That's what I thought. I also thought Milwaukee or Atlanta.
Milwaukee would piss me off. Atlanta would be cool, kind of everything coming full circle.
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee doesn't need him, but Atlanta would be full circle. But Milwaukee, it's his old coach, Mike Budenholzer.
Oh, really, Bud? Where did Bud coach him in?
Atlanta.
Huh. Yeah, Atlanta and Milwaukee are pretty interesting. I've never even really... I honestly completely forgot about Dennis Schroeder. I think it's probably selfish, but I want him going to the Lakers.
I mean, the return to the Lakers would be cool, but
and he would not be the fourth string. I can't. Who's the backup point guards there? He'd be backup immediately. Do you know who they have?
They have Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn.
Oh, Atlanta.
Okay. Oh. They have Aaron Holiday, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and that's about it.
So I guess he'd be third string, but still second unit. Yeah,
because DeJounte's playing shooting guard this year. I mean, I like it Atlanta or the Lakers. I also think, a team like the Trailblazers could take him. I really think that Trailblazers could take a lot of guys that we'll be talking about. Trailblazers should take anybody that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
Even the Nets could look into Dennis Schroeder, but they have Patty Mills. But I don't know. He's a vet man. Carmelo. I saw, Mike Singer of the Denver Post after. So originally Sam Amico said there was speculation amongst the league that Carmelo Anthony could return to the Denver Nuggets, but then Mike Singer of the Denver Post, he's like their head sports guy. He wrote that is, unequivocally false. Carmelo, there is no speculation of a potential Denver Nuggets Carmelo Anthony reunion. And at this point, I think it's in his best interest to either join the Miami Heat or the Clippers or return to the Lakers.
Yeah. I think
This
he'll
is like
go Lakers or Denver.
It was like tea from yesterday. It's gross. Um, yeah, I just he had a great shooting year. He averaged 13.3 points, 4 rebounds, about assists a game. He had PER 15, league average. Well, something people don't talk about is Colin Sexton had a way below league average PER in the games that he did play. Same thing with Dennis Schroeder had about an average, but nothing special. But Montrezl Harrell, this is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves, and I personally think Montrezl Harrell, his legal situation, it's just a stupid weed charge because he was driving through a state, Kentucky, which has some bullshit weed laws. I mean, granted, did he have 3 pounds in any state? Was he going to get in trouble? Yes, but in other states, it would have been easier to work around it. So I think that's one of the reasons why he hasn't been signed. But this is a guy that basically every single team in the league should be interested in him. 6-man. He's a big man, 6-man of the year, like former. Did he win 2 or 1?
1.
Huh?
I think 1.
Because I didn't know if he won one with the Rockets.
No.
He just won one with the Clippers.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure.
people don't realize the past 3 seasons, not 3 seasons, past 2 seasons, because he's played for 3 teams. And I think people, I don't know why, Montrezl Harrell, when he was on the Rockets or Clippers, there was so much more respect for him. Okay. And for me, I think he's a guy that definitely underrated. And it's not like he can average a block a game. This guy averaged 18.6 off the bench. He still's averaged, the past 2 years, he's averaged like 13 points a game. He gets you boards. He passes the ball. I just don't understand why there is an interest in
Because
Montrezl
he's in
Harrell.
jail.
He's not in jail.
Well, he just got sent to jail.
He did?
Isn't that... Would he have 3 pounds of weed and they let him walk?
He had bail, bro.
Oh, yeah, so he posted bail. Well, that's fine. But either way, he got into a legal law issue this summer. I don't think he gets signed by anybody. I think he has to go back to Charlotte if they'd take him.
I mean, him going back to Charlotte would be awesome. I mean,
Is
he
it fair?
fits it
Obviously
there.
not, but does it make sense? Not even a little bit. But
So there's
that's the way it's
nothing.
looking.
I think his charges might have been dropped. Yeah, okay, so he had a court date August 10th, and nothing happened, Montrezl Harrell. He was supposed to have a court date on the 10th.
So the court date didn't happen, or they had it and he wasn't
He
found
tweeted I'm back
guilty?
on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
So
Now every team should try and vie for him, like you're saying. Like,
yeah, so at 2:50 a.m. he tweeted I'm back. So I believe the charges were dropped probably because there is no announcements. It goes July 13th. Hearing will continue in August. And he has he appeared in court July 13th. This all happened to May 12th. And basically it's looking like this was all pushed under the rug. There is nothing. It just happened May 12th, and they talked about July 13th, and they said stuff was going to happen August 10th. Silence. So, and then he tweets on August 10th, I'm back.
nice.
So, wait, I should have. All right, ready? Let's see what the comments say. Let's see what they say right here. August 10th. He said, I'm back. I want to find this. Montrezl Harrell. I'm back. Twitter. Yeah, so basically nothing. So yeah, I think he should either go back to the Clippers, join the 76ers, or re-sign with the Hornets, or join the Timberwolves, or join the Portland Trailblazers. There's so many teams that could get him. Why don't anybody go out there and give Montrezl Harrell a shot? His PER was 23, bro.
It's definitely the legal issues.
Yeah, leagues like I don't know. It seems like the legal issues are cleared up, unless like the next thing you know, Montrezl Harrell's in jail, which I don't hope for anyone. But LaMarcus Aldridge, the last guy we'll talk about, because everyone else, I don't. Ben McLemore and Eric Bledsoe, Boogie, well, they'll find deals during the year once people start to get hurt. But LaMarcus Aldridge, I want him to go to Miami, or return to Portland, or join the Lakers.
I'm all set with the Lakers, but I like the first two.
The Miami Heat would be interesting because he could kind of play power forward for them, but I would love him to play his last year with the Trailblazers. But I know he wants a ring.
True. Sorry, Portland.
All right. We're done with that. Let's go over. Talk Milwaukee Bucks. Damn, they have a shit ton of players. All righty. So this team, we know the starting lineup. It's probably going to be Brook Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and I guess either Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton at shooting guard. I like the additions of Joe Ingles. They also brought in Marjon Beauchamp. What do you think of this team? They basically ran it back.
Good. Let me just pull up his roster. Yeah. I mean, a healthy Chris Middleton, they don't lose to Boston.
100%.
So if you don't lose to Boston, didn't it take Boston 7 games without Chris Middleton? So Boston would have had no business in the finals. Milwaukee would have made it. I don't think they would have beaten Golden State. I think it was just their year. But they definitely would have had a shot to reclaim their throne or back up their throne. I think they've got a good team. There's some flaws. It's not too many flaws. I think Bobby Portis should be the starter moving forward. I think Brook is more suited for the bench. I think Grayson Allen's probably the better starter, but once you get into the playoffs, maybe it'll be Pat Connaughton. That's like my single sole issue with Milwaukee is they needed to get a little bit more wing depth, and they kind of got that a little bit with Joe Ingles, he's still solid if he is fully healthy from his torn ACL, which sucks at this age. So, that Schroeder idea was nice. Maybe if they went out and they got one more bench piece, but don't want to forget about Serge Ibaka. It's just Grayson Allen's he's not unplayable in the playoffs, but he's like almost unplayable in the playoffs. Like he's by far their weakest link.
It's just I think age has caught up to Serge Ibaka. Do you believe the rumors about Serge Ibaka being older than he actually is?
Wow, really?
Google this right now. There's so many YouTube videos.
How old do people think he is?
How old is Serge? Is he 34?
Is it really?
He's supposed to be. 32. I think he's about
to be 33.
Then he's supposed to be 36, going on 37. Search this up. Serge Ibaka, real age. Okay.
Yes, I can see. I mean, he doesn't look like 20.
Just Google it. It's a whole thing because he's from the Congo. He has no documentation or something like that because of the Congo Civil War. Because of the Congo Civil War. I don't know. I was gonna make a joke like I guess are human bones like trees where like you can see the rings? Like, can you tell a human's age? Probably can. Probably can. I feel like we're in today's society that we're at a point that like 100% you could figure out what, you know, somebody is. But either way, let's talk about. I think Bobby Porter's obviously is their sixth man. You know, Grayson Allen, he does his thing for them. Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton, they kind of split that swing man role. I guess they're going to integrate Marjon Beauchamp into that role eventually. But I wonder, are they not bringing back Jordan Wara? He has a qualifying offer. I guess he's going to eventually sign it. But Jordan Wara needs to be brought back. I loved him for them last year. I know he wasn't super efficient, but he's a 6'9" swing man. Guy's got game. But George Hill's over the hill. Javon Carter's going to replace him. Wes Matthews, a veteran depth guy, mentor. I wonder if Luca Veldoza will be on the roster. But really, the lineup is, you know, Drew Holiday, like I said, either Grayson Allen or Pat Connaughton, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, Bobby Portis. All right, right there, you throw in Javon Carter. That's your, you know, 8-man rotation, maybe even 9-man Joe Ingles, then the 10th guy you got out there probably. I mean, after you go out 9 deep in this roster, it does get a little bit questionable because if you show like you're not going to really be playing AJ Green, Lendl Wigington. He did play a little bit for them when he was a shooter. Sandro or Luca. You're going to be playing basically. I mean, Giannis is going to play a little bit, probably a bit more than he has in the past. But right here, you have your besides Wes Matthew and Serge Ibaka, you got 3 right here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11 deep. That's a good roster, but I do get scared like another Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, or if any of their like core 3 guys gets hurt, this team could definitely be like, you know, not be affected easily.
Well, that's the thing is they had no Chris Middleton. They almost beat Boston.
Yeah, I mean, it shows how good they are. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, you know, I know Giannis is working. He's always working, but he's
playing Eurobasket. What do you think? Like, I think this is a team that definitely is a top 5 seed, but I just get scared that they're an injury away from shit going wrong. What do you think? I don't know if you're frozen. Are you there? Let me text him. I think he went frozen. Oh. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I think we lost. Yep, we lost our man. Oof. That's rough. I don't even know what he was saying. I'm also like starving right now. I have no idea. Yeah, I stunned him. Dude, I don't know. I'm trying to text him right now, see what's going on. I also want to lower the volume on this. I don't know why. This just sounds so loud in my head. Like, no reason for this to be this loud. It's more of a background music, but. Oh. Jackson. Is he here? The technical difficulties. Jackson, can you hear me?
infuriating. Like it's just genuinely like super annoying. It pisses me off and it affects my mood, and I think it's just retarded. I think it's retarded. don't know how you go from one trip and you get back and all of a sudden you have no working Wi-Fi. Just makes no sense to me. No sense.
So, how much longer till you sign up when you move?
A month. It's just so like I literally had normal Wi-Fi. We had never had issues like this. I used to stream, like I used to like be able to upload videos down here, and once I got back from Connecticut, all of a sudden I got no Wi-Fi working. My TV doesn't work. I can't stream. I have to record videos down here and then go upstairs to upload it. Like it's just infuriating.
Get a damn. Maybe restart your box.
Yeah, I do that all the time. There's Ethernet set up. It's right there. Like it's not far. It's just infuriating.
Just AIDS.
Yeah.
Internet AIDS. That's what we used to call it. We'd be playing video games, and if someone's internet was going bad, we would be like, "Your internet has AIDS. Get the AIDS off your internet." But so no, let's talk about a different team. We agree the Bucks are a top 5 seed. Let's go over to the Cavaliers. I think they're an interesting team. Bit of a different situation. But I think this team is trying to go into contention. I still don't see them as the top 5 seed. I see them as like the 6th seed. But their starting lineup, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Lowry Markkanen, we assume Karis LeVert, and Darius Garland. With Ricky Rubio assuming the backup role once he's healthy with Raul Neto and Colin Sexton, I guess, if he returns. Also, Jetty Osman's been killing it for Turkey. What do you think of this team?
Yeah, there you go. Once they get that final star, they're pretty set up. Jared Allen's only 23. They're a good playoff team. They made it last year. If they didn't get hurt, they would have been a solidified seed. I like bringing back Ricky Rubio. I think they had a good offseason. They should only improve, but my thinking is once like Kevin Love's done, K-Love, I like Laurie at the 3, but I think there's eventually will be better options available. It's just interesting. They have a lot of different things they could do, but with Mobley and with Jared Allen, your paint's locked up for at least like 3 years. So you have DG. Now you just got to fill it out. Like I said, I'd probably bring in a 3rd star eventually. But at that same time, would it be a 4th star if both DG and Jared Allen are all-stars? Evan Mobley will be an all-star. So then
I don't think Jared Allen's not an all-star. I think this team needs Lowry Markkanen or I guess Colin Sexton or Isaac Okoro to take the jump and become scorers. I think Isaac Okoro is the guy you got to be looking at. This guy's going to go into year 3. I think he's the next coming of Andre Iguodala. 6'5", 225. I mean, what did Okoro put up last year? I think his numbers weren't too bad at all. I'm actually curious now. I think he put up like 12 a game, right? Or 10 a game.
He showed his flashes, especially once players started getting injured. He's definitely started to.
He put up 8 points a game, but he did shoot 35% from 3. I know on limited attempts. Like he shot 2.5 threes last year, but at 35% and 48%. But still a guy who averages, about a steal a game. His minutes did go down, but he still was a starter. But like you said, post All-Star break, he scored less, but he shot amazing. He was shooting 44% from 3. Yes, on 2 attempts a game, 51.4% on 6 attempts a game from the field. He was grabbing 3 rebounds, dishing out 2 assists, getting a steal a game. I like Okoro. I've always have. I think he's a good player, and he's definitely a guy who should start for them. Continuing to start, I think he could be their starting shooting guard maybe. if they run Markkinen at the starting small forward again.
Yeah, he's the starter. He was the starter last year. I guess due to Sexton's injury, but I would have started him either way. It's just Okoro would every like fourth or fifth game he'd drop like 20 with like 4 or 5 shooting from downtown and like 7 to 8 from the field, and like half of them would be in the fourth quarter when you needed him to make his shots and score. He's just he's just sweet. He's nice with it. So I agree, Okoro, but I'm saying, yeah, that's cool and all, but like you're gonna need. I'm talking like a KD. I'm talking like a LeBron. Like like this team gets one of those guys, like a Tatum, a Jaylen Brown, a Siakam. Like it's gonna be hard to beat that team. They're really deep already as it is. So I don't think it'll happen this year. I think they'll probably be somewhere around what they were last year. But if they can stay healthy, they'll probably lock up a normal seed. So I think once they lock up that normal seed, you go into the playoffs, no matter how the playoffs go this upcoming year, I'd look right into the big ass free agency market, find my guy, make sure it works, and sign that dude.
Yeah, no, I don't know if LeBron will ever go back to the Cavaliers, but I mean the Cavs will get somebody. I think they're a team that's done good, growing hope talent. But this is a team that we need Evan Mobley to take a jump. We need more shooting from this team. I think that's why they drafted Ochai Agbaji, brought in Raul Neto. It just needs more shooting. Karis LeVert, let's extend him. I just think Garland needs to continue. I think Garland's legit. I just don't know. Is Dylan Windler, a bust? Are they going to move on from him? There's some players that they could package in Dean Wade, Lamar Stevenson, Dylan Windler with maybe a pick or two for some actual good, like decent players that could help them that might be on the block. And I don't know who those players could be, but maybe hit up the Utah Jazz and see, like, is Bojan Bogdanovic somebody that's available right now, And
that doesn't even interest me. Unless he's on the final year of his. I don't want to pay that man any money to sit on my bench, and this isn't looking good. But it's not looking bad. He's on the last year of his contract. There you go. So yeah,
I don't get hit up Boyan or for Jordan, bring back Jordan Clarkson. I mean, maybe not Jordan Clarkson. I think Boyan's more of the guy that they should be going after. Like maybe package for Boyan and Rudy Gay, but then the contracts won't work because I don't know if they could take that much money on. So maybe try to get yourself maybe Rudy Gay and I don't know, hit up the selling teams. Maybe try to get yourself Terrence Ross from the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I have a completely different. I don't think they should do any of that. I wouldn't do any of that. I'd advise strongly against it. I'd keep my lineup.
I would. I was just saying to move the depth guys, if the bottom of the bench guys.
I wouldn't even do that. I don't unless a package is that enticing. My lineup is this: it's DG the PG, Isaac Okoro, Lauri Markkinen, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Ricky Rubio, Karis
LeVert, once healthy,
Jetty Osman, probably Lamar Stevens,
Kevin
Love, and Dean Wade. I think it's more. I watched a lot of Cavs games last year because I covered them pretty heavy from December to the All-Star break, and all of those guys on the bench can compete. And I agree. They made that move for Karis LeVert, so I don't think that they're gonna. But at the same time, you can't you do have like you said you have that depth. You've got those mouths to feed where you could get rid of for a Bogdanovich or a player of that caliber. And maybe that does help them get to that next level. But they're not afraid to make the move. I think that if Sexton were to come back, if they could get Sexton back, I think they'd be just fine with their current lineup. I think that they'll be getting everything they want and more.
I just think I love Jetty Osman. I like Dean Wade and Lamar Stevens as depth guys. They've always proven they can play whenever called upon. Kevin Love's still good for them. He's their sixth man. Jetty Osman, he's underrated as hell. I just get scared that even if they bring back Colin Sexton, will Colin Sexton be efficient enough? Like, is there enough scoring off the bench? Is there enough shooting on this team? That's my biggest concern. But I still think they're at the very least a 6th seed. At least a 6th seed. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah. I think they'll be right around what they were last year. We'll see.
Yeah. Now let's go over to the Phoenix Suns.
They had a top roster before their players got injured, or they had a top season schedule difficulty, top strength of schedule, and they were like a top seed in the East. And their guys started going down, and it started to get bad.
Yeah, it was shit.
And I would not do that trade in a 1.5 million years if I was the Bucks. Not even in 1.5 million years. You'd have to give me 3 firsts and Kyrie if you want to.
No, I agree. But here, let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. The team, they have one of the best records. I mean, what were they? A 60-win team?
Yeah, 64.
64-win team, and they basically ran it back. I guess their only improvements were Josh Okogie and Damian Lee and Jock Landale. I think they're going to run Bismack and Jock Landale behind DeAndre like they did with JaVale and Bismack. Damian Lee, I don't know. I guess he's going to fill the Alfred Payne role, be the backup for Cameron Payne. Landry Shamet was a waste of a trade. He barely played. He kind of sucked for them last year. And then Josh Okogie, I guess, is just a depth guy. Josh Okogie is what we don't want Isaac Okoro to develop into.
Yeah. Why isn't Alfred Payton signed?
Because Alfred Payton's a bum. I'm just kidding. He's a good player. It's just that he has no 3-point shot. Like Josh Okogie, he played 10.5 minutes a night for the Timberwolves last year. I can't see him playing more than 10.5 minutes a night for the Suns.
Yeah.
Damian Lee, I'm surprised the brother-in-law left Steph Curry, but he averaged 19.9 minutes a night. I see him averaging more 11.7 like he did his first year with the Warriors. He'll just be a good 3-point shooter off the bench. His team went and got themselves more shooting and address some of the weaknesses in small ways, just getting more perimeter defenders, reloading the center position. It was nothing flashy. They brought in Dwayne Washington Jr., who was his dog for the Pacers last year.
Yeah. Will he play though?
No, but yeah. I think the biggest move is that Dario Saric is going to be healthy. People forget how good Dario Saric was a 6th man of the year candidate before blowing out his knee. Okay, and I've always been a Dario Saric fan. I mean, was Dario Saric hyped coming over from Europe? Yes. We all thought he was going to be like something he wasn't. I mean, his career high was 14.6 in his second season with the Sixers, but his last season with the Suns, when they went to the finals, he was averaging 8.7 points a night, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists. I know that's nothing special, but he was like a legit, like hyper efficient player off the bench, and it was low key absurd. And I just wanted to see Saric back. Yeah,
I like Saric.
He was a good player, and crazy part was Like pre All-Star break, he was averaging like 11 and a half. And then post, he was only averaging, the 7. But he was still passing the rock like crazy. People forget how good of a passer Sarge is. And crazy, yeah, he's 28, which is like blows my mind because Sarge has been in the league for now 7 seasons, played in 6 of them. Is that wild? Drafted 8 years ago.
That sounds right to me. It's been a while. I feel like he's old as hell.
I know, but like I love the guy, and the thing is we assume Devin Booker is going to continue that MVP level play. Mikal Bridges is going to have to take a jump. DeAndre Jordan needs to work on his face-up game. Cameron Payne needs to take a jump. Like Chris Paul isn't going to be doing what he is doing forever, so like everybody needs to take a jump right here. Same thing with Cam Johnson.
Yeah, his injury at the end of the year really sucked.
Yeah. And I guess they brought Josh Kogi as insurance for Torrey Craig if Torrey Craig isn't good anymore. But I look at this team, and my big problem with like I'm fine with Chris Paul, Cameron Payne, Dwayne Washington, Devin Booker. I'm just kind of suspect like Josh Kogi, Landry Shamet, Damian Lee are just kind of your backups for Devin Booker. There's really no guy like there's no sick like I know Saric and Cam Johnson and Cameron Payne are gonna technically be the guys who all are like the sixth, seventh, and eighth mans who all kind of do the 6-man role together collectively. But I don't see Cameron Payne being a guy who's gonna score a shit ton. I don't see Landry Shamet doing that. I mean, unless you believe Cameron Johnson's gonna take that jump, then Cameron Johnson's the only one I see off the bench being able to average more than 50, like at least 15.
Yeah, he very well might.
He averaged
He
12 and a
very
half last year.
he very well might. I don't think Phoenix. I think Phoenix is a good team. Like regular season, they'll be really good. I don't think that they'll be the 1 seed. I do think it'll be Golden State, but I think Phoenix will get a home fielder for sure.
Uh
They'll
huh.
get a top 4. I'd say 2 or 3. It's going to depend on some stuff, but I mean, if you stay healthy, you'll be fine. I My issues are not rounds 1. My issue isn't even necessarily round 2. My issue with Phoenix is winning it. I just don't see a world where this team wins a championship, and it's just I would need Mikal Bridges to establish himself into like almost like a Brandon Ingram, Jason Tatum. Like I think that's their only hope with this current roster. Booker is a great basketball player, but he's not Kobe. He's not going to win you a whole finals just on his own. In fact, I would say I think he has a more chance of crumbling. I think this team will get greatly exposed in the playoffs. I think CP0's time is completely over. And I think he will have a Kyle Lowry-esque season. And once it gets to the playoffs, he will be completely and utterly useless to him. I think Aiton's good, but he's no Embiid. Booker's good. I got him like Western Conference Finals at best, losing in like 5 or 6 at best. I mean, it's not that bad, but it gets to a point where how many times can you be the 1 seed and not win it all? I think this year will end them.
I think like with this team, I'm just scared. Will Chris Paul's age catch up with him? Will Devin Booker not be able to contain, get that success? Like, if this team is the same exact team as last year and everyone does the same stuff, I don't know if they're a 60-win team. I think yes, they're a 50-win team, but you know,
Yeah, we shall see.
yeah. I don't know. I just think like I really hope Darius Saric, does this and I don't know. I just think like this is a team that I get scared that they'll slip. But you know, the Miami Heat, they haven't slipped and they ran it back. So I guess that's no reason for a lack of confidence in them. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be a top 3 seed. Even though you hate Chris Paul, I think Chris Paul will be fine. You know?
Yeah. I'm not a biggest fan, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Definitely an interesting situation we got going here. But yeah, definitely a 50-win team. What? Monty Williams won Coach of the Year back to back.
Yeah. Oh man, there's cleaning pee up there, but I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Dude, I think I gotta dip out of here.
You're gonna leave the show early?
I think I got to.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
Peace.
Low energy Monday.
I gotta fix this Wi-Fi, dude. I'm losing my mind.
You're good, buddy. Peace out.
See you.
All right, we'll wrap this show up. I got a pit bull who's come here, girl, come on camera. They want to see you. They probably don't, but hey, I know you want to go for your morning walk. Come here, come up. All right, guys. Jasmine will be the other person in this call. She's going to hang out right here. Is that right, girl? All right. So first off, window horse on Kevin Durant trade. Nothing has happened. Durant doesn't have leverage. Nothing has happened. The dynamic around Kevin Durant hasn't changed at all. Durant clearly does not have leverage with the Brooklyn Nets. We may be here at the end of August. We may be here in the mid-September. What are your thoughts right there on that one? Then supposedly Luke Kornet's salary, if he's not waived today, gets guaranteed, which the more it gets guaranteed, the less likely he gets waived. Hey, Mr. Sports 8, thanks for showing up. Adam, Darrell Evans, JDC, Aaron Bourne, thank you guys for rocking with us today. All righty. I think we're going to wrap it up here. I got a few things I need to knock out. If you enjoyed today's show, be a friend and tell a friend. But besides that, I hope you guys do have a great day because I know I will. Till next time, guys, but peace.